officer there, and then came out to Ontario, became a police officer in Ontario, and then they did the typical route going into real estate. Did real estate for a while. He actually ended up owning 2 Keller Williams franchises. But I will tell you this, he had a mentor in his life. And Tina, one great thing about your company with helping the boys is you get to be mentors for those young kids. Rob had that opportunity. He met a gentleman when he was a police officer and saw opportunity in him and said, you need to be doing sales. So he worked alongside this gentleman, sold photography packages, did so well, and the guy said, it's time for you to leave, it's time for you to move on. So he ended up doing medical equipment sales. Nobody wanted him because he didn't have a college degree. So a lot of people didn't want to associate with him. He worked his way up to being vice president. Along the way, he kept notes from the successful doctors, and he said, Doc, how can I help these young new doctors be successful like you? So he kept a running notebook of all these sales tips. Well, it got to be where these doctors loved these tips. They asked Rob to come speak at their organizations. So since 94, Rob has been a motivational speaker. He's spoken to as large as 10,000 people down to 25. So he just recently wrote a book called 75 Master Keys to Success in the Network. And it's really easy to read, but it's just simple things that we need to do. We network every day. We network to find our spouse. We network to find a job. We network to get our food. So this is a great book, very simple, very easy to read. And I want to introduce Rob Alwin, our guest speaker today.
I'll take it with me everywhere. Anyway, I'm really excited to be with you guys because I get to speak to my favorite group of people, brothers and sisters in Christ. Amen. So I speak to you today not as a motivational speaker, but as your brother. And I'm excited to be able to share with you guys a few tips, a few thoughts that can help you to make this year your absolute best year. How many of you have gone into this year expecting miracles and great things to happen? Because you know you're going to self-fulfill. When you have an expectation that things are getting better, things genuinely get better. When you have an expectation, oh boy, it's going to get rough, things will typically get rough. That's right. Anyway, I can remember when I was 10 years old, I was at the swap meet with my grandpa. He was a retired Lockheed airplane clerk. And he thought, what am I going to do with my life? So he started buying up little collectibles, taking them to the swap meets and selling them. And on Saturdays, I'd get out of school. On Friday, I'd stay the night, and on Saturday mornings, I'd go with Grandpa to the swap meet. I'll never forget my first day there. Somebody bought some little thing, and I just turned and handed the money to my grandpa, and my grandpa pulled me to the side, and he says, I need you to do something for me. And I said, what's that, Grandpa? He says, go catch that person who just left here and thank them for their business. There's your first tip this morning. No matter what it is that you do, so many people, you do business, and for whatever reason, we forget to thank your customers. Are you grateful for the customers that you already have, or are you always just thinking about you want to get another one? And yeah, we're going to talk about that, because when I was 12, I got a paper route. And I remember sitting down with the lady. Do you guys remember when you had paper boys? Instead of it being an adult's job in a truck, when there used to be boys on bikes pedaling? And I became a paper boy, and I was probably around 12 years old. And I said, I want to be good at this, and how can I make the most amount of money? And the lady who ran her garage, because she got paid to host the paper boys, she says, go get new business. There's your next tip. Don't just rely on the grateful, awesome relationships that you already have. We need to be constantly looking for new business. And a lot of people get into the management phase of their business, and they believe that what they've got is good, and then when things take a dip, it's only because they've been dying, moving, and going out of business. Are you with me? Yeah. And we just expect it to all stay right there and be the same thing and pay you the way it's always paid you. You need to always be looking for new business. And so I got on my bike, and the first day, I went to those people on my route, my territory, and that were not on the newspaper, and I said to them, would you like to be on the paper? What do you think most of them told me? No! We don't want to be on the paper. If we want to be on the paper, we'd already be on the paper. Are you with me?
Yeah.
That's a misconception. So what I had to do is I had to ask them questions. Why aren't you on the paper? Why don't you read the paper? They see no value. I'm too busy. I'm too broke. I can't afford it. Have you ever heard that before in business?
Yeah.
Things ain't changed from then to now. So watch this. I said, do you know that on any given Sunday there's at least a $50 bill waiting for you in that newspaper? Now I have their attention. It's only $4.50 a month to get $200 worth of coupons. Sir, ma'am, do you think you could find $4.50 worth of value in this?